Hey, Eagles fans, if you're a subscriber to the JAKIB Media YouTube channel, you are already registered to win a pair of season tickets for the upcoming season. That's right, you could win a pair of season tickets for the upcoming 2021 season just for being a subscriber. If you're watching and you're not a subscriber, do it now. Subscribe to the JAKIB Media YouTube channel right now. What do you need to do? Subscribe right now.
Really?
Well, I hope the Eagles. I hope the Eagles and the Sixers can just unplug and plug back in there.
Yeah.
Well, easier said than done, I think, with Harry's Comcast box.
I don't know that the Eagles plugged in at all yet. They better plug in on Sunday.
What's happening here?
Yeah.
What a boring start to the season. It's all on the head coach, man. I see these Rob Monty think pieces coming out here.
Well, I mean, yeah, we're gonna have Rob on the show today.
Oh yeah,
at 12:30.
Okay.
Ask him about these think pieces coming out with Nick Sirianni and how refreshing he is and all that. Man, they built Chip Kelly up after one game. They put his ass in Canton after that Monday night game
against the Redskins. Yes.
And, you couldn't say anything about it. You couldn't just say, hey, give me a breather. Just let me get a couple of minutes here and see what this guy's about. It was just, oh, look. And already, I mean, look, here's the thing. This has always been the problem for me, fellas, is that if we're talking about a coach first over a player, as far as us being excited about a team, that's a problem.
Yeah.
That's a problem.
Because the coach doesn't play.
Never. And any sport, like I don't care if it's Joe Girardi or Nick Sirianni or anybody else in between, even Jim Curtin or Jay Wright, two guys who we should be talking about representing their clubs. Maybe Jay Wright. That can be the exception. But other than that, I mean, but to be fair, like guys are gone in 2-3 years anyway. But I'm just saying that's it. Just seems like there is so much buildup of this Sirianni guy. He hasn't called a play yet. In this game.
I know.
Not a real game.
No.
Thank you. I stand corrected. Barrett.
I don't even know if they were really calling plays in those preseason games.
Right.
Either.
Exactly. Just throwing darts at a dartboard.
Yeah. Yeah.
And there lies the problem, man. You just don't know. I never went into a season with so much uncertainty.
I know.
Never. I mean, even with Chip Kelly's speed, 20 seconds off the clock, he's ran 3 plays already.
Right. Yeah, at least you kind of knew what to expect with him.
And you had guys on the team, like we had Shady, we had Deshaun, we had guys on that squad. Vic.
Right. Yep.
Squad.
We don't know anything about these guys, and it's almost like Sirianni is this shield heading into this year.
Only thing I do know that there's $34 million that's on the cap for a guy that's not here. That's what I do know. There's $34 million that's not doing anything for this cap, and they're playing with that much of a deficit. That's what I do know.
Yep.
Which handicaps this team. We could have 5 players for $34 million.
Yet you're still at 9 wins.
Right.
Or has that changed over the weekend?
No.
Has that changed?
No, it hasn't changed. It hasn't gotten better, but it hasn't changed. At least we're going into this season relatively healthy. And that's huge, man. That's huge going into this season healthy. The starting offensive line will be there. Everybody be there and accounted for
the first week. We should play O-line roulette.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Week by week.
Who's the first guy that goes down this week?
I can't do that, man. I can't do that.
Why?
It's my guys.
People were doing it back with you. They just
I know.
didn't have a betting app to do it on. That's it.
This is tough, man. It's tough. But I will say this. I'm still going to give the kid a chance.
Well, yeah.
I'm backing him. I think he's going to be okay. No, it's not I think. I know he's going to be okay.
So you're talking about Hurts.
Jalen Hurts, yeah.
Right. I mean,
this is and the beginning of the game is not where I think he's going to be the most resourceful, the most useful. I think he's more useful and resourceful at the end of games, like if it's close. He will do what it takes to win. So I'm good with that, man.
Well, what does that really mean? Well, he's just going to take the ball and run?
He's going to find a way to win. That's what he's done his entire career.
Yeah, because he's always been on teams that had more talent than anybody else. I mean, Alabama's got the most talent. Oklahoma had arguably the top 3 or 4 talent in the country.
Hey, Harris, stop Stop, man.
It's all even at the NFL level. And you just talked about a $34 million deficit that applies to nobody.
Nobody, man. I was just thinking about that the other day, man, which why I'm thinking about it now. $34 million off the cap that's unaccounted for. Well, it's accounted for somewhere else, but not in this locker room.
Give me Jalen Hurts and the 5 players that total $34 million and put it in the fourth quarter, and maybe you got something.
Imagine the weapons we could have for $34 million. Man.
I know.
We could have had.
We're already making Quez Watkins, out to be John
Julio
Taylor.
Jones,
Julio Jones, Jerry Rice.
It's insane, man. I saw him yesterday. I was on a best ball draft for Underdog, and I'm rolling through, and I'm in the back end of the draft. I think I'm like the third to last round in a 12-team best ball draft. And Quez Watkins was ranked ahead, like ADP means average draft position. People were drafting Quez Watkins ahead of guys like Latavius Murray, who, from a fantasy standpoint, is like the best backup you can find, because even when Kamara is cooking, they still work Murray in there.
Right.
And
they have to.
Yeah, and here comes Watkins off that one screen pass, who has been elevated into like, oh, yeah, I could see him being like a legit wide receiver 3 or something like that, man. This is what happens when you don't have enough ones out there, is you start overthinking everything in the preseason. Everything.
Well, he is a 1, though.
Yeah, he's a 1 now.
And he is a 1.
Well, he's not a start. He's not the number 1 wide receiver.
No, but he's in the top 3 group. Wouldn't he say? Isn't he?
No.
Yeah, I think so.
You don't think so?
He'll start.
Oh.
He'll be in that starting lineup.
No way he'll start. I'll bet you $100 he's not in the starting lineup on Sunday.
You don't think it would be Devontae Smith, Rager, and then Watkins?
No, I think that you're going to see more of an
J-Jaw?
No, I don't think you're going to see many 3 wide receiver sets.
You know what? I beg to differ. If you're not going to see many 3 receivers, I don't think it'll be 2 tight ends. I think it'll be more so 2 running backs. He wants to be, this coach wants to be dynamic. He wants to, go out there with the best personnel packages. So I can see that. Speaking of sleepers, man, I was watching NFL Network, all weekend, and they were talking about sleepers in these fantasy football. And right now, the biggest sleeper out there right now is Zach Ertz.
Yeah,
Zach Ertz is the biggest sleeper. He had a
terrible
quarterback. It's not like his skills diminished. He can still play. It's just he didn't have anybody to throw to him.
Well,
now he'll have somebody to throw to him.
And you also think about it. Dallas Goedert is their clear-cut number 1 tight end, right?
Yes.
Yep.
So look at this matchup against Atlanta. Atlanta is awful defending the tight end position. So it's not just one guy who's going to take advantage of it. Like, if the best defender against that tight end position for Atlanta can't do anything to slow down Dallas Goedert, guess who else is going to be open?
Yeah,
Zach Ertz all day. And look, it works to that point. If Goddard gets locked down, let's say they're putting a double, which I can't imagine, like a high-low or some sort of combo on Goddard to negate him. Zach Ertz now has the 3rd or 4th best defender on him?
Well, yep, exactly.
He's never had that matchup before in his career.
No, he's always been the premier guy. Everybody wanted to double him, bracket him.
That's interesting. ESPN has Quez Watkins in the first string, 3rd wide receiver, but Our Lads has Greg Ward.
Yeah. Well, who are you going to go with? Are you going to go with Dan Shanka? Or are you going to go with some knucklehead at ESPN?
I can't stand ESPN.
All right.
Our Lads it is.
That's like going against Phil Steele in the college world.
Exactly.
Well, he'll I think
don't get me wrong.
I think he's going to play a lot. Greg Ward.
Do you think he'll play?
He'll get probably half the snap. He'll play more than we're giving him credit for. I believe that wholeheartedly.
Watkins, he means, right?
Or Ward.
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 Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ward will play. Ward will play more than Watkins. Put it like that.
Wow.
Guaranteed.
See? Now you're on in my line of thinking here.
Do we need to put up a poll?
I think so. We can put a poll up here on the show.
Who gets more snaps?
Ward will get more
Ward
snaps.
or Watkins? 610.
Yeah.
Right.
Kill 2 hours on the phone. This Watkins guy, I never heard of him before that screen pass. And then we cut that phone call up, and then we replay it in the second hour. What do you think about Rich from South Philly who said this?
Are people really down on Watkins?
One guy called him Kez.
Right.
Like, that's the tell. He doesn't
Right,
even know what
right.
he's talking about. Kez.
Kez.
Kez Watkins. I had those Kez when I was a kid. They used to light up.
I love that, Kez.
I tell you, man. That is exactly it. But,
well, I think the way I think so far, I think Greg Ward will get the major part of the reps simply because he does more as far as creating separation. He understands how to get open. You know, if he's the slowest of the bunch, but yet he'll still be the guy that gets more open more than anybody else. But he played the quarterback position. He knows where he's supposed to be at, and he plays to that strength. You know, he makes sure that he gets open. So Greg will get a lot of reps. I really think they still think J-Jaw is going to be a good player for him. So he's going to sneak in a couple reps also. Quez will be out there on third down, just streaking down the field. He may not catch it when he gets down there, but he's going to be open, deep. He's just got to complete it now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Seal the deal.
Well, here's the best thing that works in favor for the Philadelphia Eagles. Two things. One, the Atlanta defensive line is not fantastic.
Yeah, Atlanta stinks.
Their defense is not great. But at the same time, they also have a very prolific offense where we don't know what the Eagles are packing, right? Like the Eagles could walk into a shootout and they're going up against a bunch of guys with like AKs, you know, like da-da-da-da. The Eagles could pull out a pea shooter, or the Eagles could pull out like their own version of an assault.
A Gatling gun.
Exactly. Yeah, something more emphatic than that.
Or like the thing, what was the thing he had in the trunk for Breaking Bad? Was that a Gatling kind of like a Gatling gun?
And the finale when they pulled the thing out? Yeah.
Oh, that was awesome.
Yeah, that's what it was, right? So exactly, it would be like pulling a Gatling. Like, we don't know. They could be pulling a putty knife out against this offense on Sunday, or they could pull a Gatling gun out and just, you know, keep up with the Falcons offense. We don't know on that end, but the fact that the Falcons can't D the tight end, who should be one, if not the best receiver here consistently, at least in Goddard and Ertz, and also that they have zero pass rush, that should help, especially because we know now that Jalen Hurts likes to hold on to that football.
Well, you're right about that, but I'm just looking at, you know, Dallas's offense.
Dallas?
I mean, not Dallas, but I'm sorry, Atlanta's offense. You know, I mean, they got their first round pick, you know, and he's going to be
Kyle Pitts. Yeah.
Kyle Pitts will be a force.
Yeah.
But I don't think Kyle gets a lot of reps either. You know, he
is a rookie playing in his first ever game.
Right. This is his first ever game.
Let's not get crazy. Right. I think the guy's, you know, going to be an absolute beast, but that doesn't mean it starts day one.
So, yeah. So he has a lot of learning to do. Calvin Ridley, you know, we know. Can we stop him? Well, I'm feeling more confident about us stopping him now with the DBs that we have, with the two starting cornerbacks.
Mm-hmm.
After that, you know, I don't see anybody else, you know, kind of ripping it up.
Well, don't sleep on Russell Gage, man. That dude has been waiting to burst. With Julio and Ridley ahead of him. I'm huge on Gage this year.
As a fantasy component?
No, I'm saying in real life. Like, you know, it doesn't work. Wide receiver's great because wide receiver is one of the few that transfer. Like, you can have a really shitty day as a quarterback and still have a lot of fantasy numbers. You ain't getting points unless you're grabbing balls and scoring. I just think Russell Gage is going to be based off of volume alone in that second spot, kind of what Ridley was for a while with Jones there. You also have Kyle Pitts. I mean, hey, this kid Singleton's going to have his hands full. Mike Davis. Right?
You on fire right now.
Wow.
Hayden Hurst is pretty good tight end also. So, I mean, what are you going to run? 11 personnel or 12 personnel?
I think
pick your poison.
I think you're going to see a lot of Mike Davis.
Well, for what it's worth, Jimmy Kempski has Atlanta as the 14th team in the NFC.
Where are the
That's way down in the hierarchy.
Well, yeah.
The Eagles, he's got the Eagles at number 12, ahead of the Giants, the Falcons, and the Panthers, and of course the Lions.
Right. Lions may not win a game.
Yeah. Your boy up there, he might not be long for this world.
Right. I hate to do it to him and Deuce.
Some guys are going to be in for a rude awakening.
I'm anxious to see this defense go out there. You're talking about, who are they going to have at the Sam linebacker position? That's I'm anxious to see what's going on there.
Avery, right?
Yeah, Jannard Avery. But is he that guy? I want to see how they really use him. How are they going to stop the run? Are they going to have a bear front end where they cover both guards in the center? That puts him on the end of the line of scrimmage as a rush in / multi-purpose guy. He'll be great in that type of role. But when you ask him to cover, he might have to cover a Kyle Pitts or somebody like that. I don't know where he is with that. But then, you got Eric Wilson. Eric Wilson today is, top tier linebacker. He had over 120 tackles last year. So as you go forward, him and Alex Single, that could be a pretty good duo. But who's going to is Rodney McLeod? Is he going to play? Is he not going to play? Where is he going to be? When is he going to play? That means you have Kayvon Wallace and Marcus Epps at the safety position. Who do they put in the box? Who do they put deep? Now Anthony Harris has been great deep. He's a guy that you can put deep. But that guy up underneath has got to be a physical guy. He's got to be able to go up there and tackle. They run cover 3, the man free. He's got to be able to go out there and get those running backs out of the backfield, those tight ends. Can he cover those guys? And if they put 11 personnel, he has to go in and play on the slot, play a receiver on the slot. It just might be Calvin Ridley in the slot. So there's a lot of, what ifs. But I like their chances. I like their matchups. Kerrigan's going to be back.
Yeah, Kerrigan is definitely going to be an impact on D, and we'll see just how they can get to Matt Ryan. But Ryan's going to get the ball out fast.
Yeah, he better. He's 36 years old. You realize that?
I cannot believe that, man.
Yeah,
I cannot believe it. I was just listening on the NFL Network today. I cannot believe that this is the 22nd year of Tom Terrific. 22 years in the NFL, bro.
That's incredible. Yeah.
I've been retired for
coming
15.
off a Super Bowl win. Okay. Usually, if you're talking about somebody who's been in the league 22 years, it's some kicker.
You're right. That's what I'm saying. Right? It's somebody that's
playing for his 9th team.
What's crazy too is that they play deeper than anybody else outside of Kansas City, who lost a bunch of guys anyway and was never in that football game.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to come out Thursday night and beat the utter shit out of the Dallas Cowboys, mainly because Dallas, think about it. The Tampa Bay Bucks already are a legit stone defense up front, right? Really difficult to run against.
Ndamukong Suh, they got a squad.
Great linebackers.
Zach Martin, no Lyle Collins, most likely.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? Dak Prescott. Oh, everybody's talking about Dak's going to throw 50, 60 times.
He might want to wait till week 2.
No, Zach Martin is out.
That's the thing. Martin is out.
Right.
Collins looks to be out as well. That's 2/5 of your line right there. Not up against one of the best, if not the best, rush defenses.
Yeah.
Are you kidding? Ezekiel Elliott's going to get pounded. Dak Prescott's going to be on his back. This is going to be
JPP, Shaq Barrett, just killing them.
And those linebackers.
Cowboys may not put up more than 10 points or so.
Yeah.
It's going to be frustrating.
I sense a wager that has already been placed.
Well, I placed this day one. I went under 51.5 when the schedule first came out.
Right. I remember that. But did you also take Tampa Bay now and since then? No,
because it moved already. It's at 8.5 last I checked. It's at 8 right now. So this thing already moved. It opened up at 7.5. Who knows how much it is? And look, I don't trust how much they played last year and how recent it is. They could be a little sloppy. I don't trust the spread. That's 8 points, man. That's 8 points in the NFL. What I feel most comfortable about is going under 51.5. Now, it did move to 52, but still.
That's okay.
I'm fine there.
I'm even better there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, look, you're still moving away from that 51, and I got under that 51 with 51.5. So, no, I feel really good about that one specifically. Last night was an easy one. We pounded that first half under, pounded that under for the game. Lane Kiffin was out. Louisville looked like dog shit. It was just a matter of
how about those ugly uniforms they had on?
The color rush.
Oh, that was terrible.
Color rush.
I was really kind of disappointed with the whole college football weekend because I as you know, I was really amped up.
Oh, hold on a second.
It didn't really deliver.
This is what happens. When we're off Sports Map now, we just keep talking.
Right. And you curse.
Yeah. Well,
you're enjoying the cursing.
I am. I'm having fun here until YouTube pulls it. All right. So we're back in 3. You're watching the middle here on the JAKIB Media YouTube page. Make sure you leave us a like if you haven't already. You subscribe to the channel. That helps us out exponentially. We're live and local from the Fritz and B and Cooley Law Studios. If you know someone who suffered a personal injury, then contact Brian Fritz directly here. And we want to make sure that you know that the middle is sponsored by Pure Bull Beef Jerky. And get yours now. Go to Steer Snack.